Well, Laventille East mover, our next speaker is an engineer and one of PNM's fine examples to young people that success can be achieved in spite of whatever challenges you may face. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Trinidad and Tobago and has tremendous experience in operations coordination, national fuel distribution, and safety innovations within the oil and gas industry. His focus is on empowering constituents to unlock their potential and fostering new opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, Laventille East mover, please put your hands together for your Member of Parliament, the Honourable Christian Birchwood.
Listen. No joke. She said plenty love. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. It could be. It's dangerous. Laventille East mover. We have to remind them, we must remind them, when you call on the name of the Father, make sure you know that is a serious thing. It can be dangerous. It is not a joke thing. Day of reflection and prayer, that is no joke to make. So we get it started. Allow me to acknowledge in her absence the political leader and the leader of the opposition, Mrs. Penelope Beckles-Robinson, the next Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. All members of our leadership team, members of our youth league, members of the media, members of our protective services in attendance, all specially invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the PNM, good evening. You know, this evening is deeply emotional for me. It's a very profound moment, both as a son of Laventille East mover and as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. At the start of this year, I fully committed myself to national and community service. And you, the people of this great constituency, the most resilient constituency of Trinidad and Tobago, Karim, Laventille East mover, I want to say thank you. Thank you. You gave me the mandate to carry your voices into the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, and for this I am eternally grateful. I am humbled, and I am honored. So once again, thank you. I can't help but say thank you. In me, you don't just have an MP, you have a servant leader. A servant leader, and I want you to remember that. I have walked each and every street of this constituency. I say it proudly. I have knocked on every door. I've spoken to every family available, and I will not stop. I will not stop. This is the commitment that I bring to you. To keep walking with you, keep fighting for you, and we must together change the narrative of Laventille East mover. We must. Now, I personally came to each and every household asking for your vote before the 28th of April. And I am fully committed to returning to every household to say thank you. I ain't sending no truck around. I'm coming back. So in the first 100 days, I had to hit the ground running. You would have noticed your MP's office is open and fully staffed with people that are happy to serve with smiles. Every Thursday, I meet with constituents for one-on-one consultations and just to hear what you feel or how you feel. We started walking the communities. We've celebrated graduations. I've visited schools. I've supported sports. And I've stood with families in grief. Now, we are currently doing our best with our very limited resources to assist most of our vulnerable with back-to-school support. I've made representation for landslide victims, fire victims, for critical infrastructure issues, Caledonia 1, Mon Repose, 6th Avenue, that's just to name a few. I've taken these issues and I have raised them. And this is not just the beginning. With the help of some digital experts, my digital experts, the MP's office will soon be at your fingertips. Representation must come to you. Simple, direct, and accessible. So you all stay tuned for that. That is developing. This is what I want to bring to you. So my vision for Laventille East Mova is not just for 5 years. This is a long-term commitment I'm making. A vision of resilience, sustainability, transformation. It is a vision of a community that stands tall and stands proud. But most importantly, it must thrive. And I know I cannot do this alone. So tonight, I want to call on every skilled worker, every professional, every retiree, every business owner, every community leader, step forward. I need all of you to step forward. Bring your talents. Bring your talents. Bring your vision. Because together we will shape the future of Laventille East Mova, community by community, and that is my commitment. So please reach out to me. I encourage you to reach out to me, reach out to the office staff. Sign up, volunteer, and let's get this going. Right? We're on the cusp of having a series of community meetings to build what I want to call a people's plan. This is your plan. This is not my plan. This is your plan that will be built on your visions, your ideas, and what you value for the constituency. This will guide my demands that I will bring towards this government to ensure that we get our fair share of the national budget. I believe it's Abraham Lincoln who once said that democracy, this is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now, with that being said, I want to ask a very important question here. Do you feel that this UNC government is for you? I do not think so. Not in the slightest, I don't think so. 100 days plus, well, 120 according to my brother from Laventille West. 120 days. No vision, no clear plan for the nation, no direction for the people, plenty glitz, plenty drama, plenty glamour, a lot of photos because we're in Hollywood now, but no pathways forward. Nothing, no pathways forward. State boards in chaos. Appointments are slow, clumsy, and questionable because they will now sideline competency and diversity for political loyalty. This is not acceptable. The vulnerable, abandoned. Yeah, that's a big number. Families in this constituency who depend on CEPEP, URP, and Reforestation, left without work. While the Prime Minister, while she sleeps, The grass is growing. The mosquitoes, they're swarming. Dengue is threatening. You're asleep, comfortable. We are in a mess, ladies and gentlemen. An utter mess. And I say to every displaced worker tonight, go to your nearest social welfare office. Go this week. Go. Line up. Apply, because that is your right. Don't let them reject you. That is your right. This government must provide. Go and apply for your food cards. Apply for your grants. Any assistance that is available to you, apply for it. East, west, north, south, everywhere, go and apply for it. Knock on the doors. Now, the sad part about this is, I know some of you have been trying to gain access to some of these grants. But these people have been making it so difficult and unreasonable for you to gain access to it that you get deterred. I know personally, because when they reject you, you return to my office. I feel your pain. But you cannot stop. You cannot stop, because that is exactly what they want you to do. They want you to suffer. They want you to feel pain, because we understand that they are very vindictive. So my staff will always be there to assist, but we must go, we must continue and commit to going, because we have to hold them accountable. We must hold them accountable. So I want to ask some very straightforward questions to this government. Some very straightforward questions, if you'd permit me. Do you actually represent the people when you cancel the Independence Day parade? But you keep your Monday night forum? How frightened are you? Are you really afraid? You're hiding behind our guys, but you're not afraid because the Monday night forum's still running. So you're telling me you feel safer in your forum as opposed to the hundreds of trained professionals that are present on Independence Day. That's what you're telling me. You can't take us for fools. Laventille East mover, they can't take us for no fools. Nah. I can even share something that is ironic with you. The President of America, Donald Trump, he celebrated his American pride with a military parade. But who's Trinidad and Tobago? I can only assume that the parade might be a little too early for some of us to wake up. Or the procession might be a little too long for you to stand. No, that's a real concern, because that's not leadership. We need a strong leader. That is not leadership. That is not leadership in the slightest. That is feeble. I even heard one of these buffoons refer to the Independence Day parade as a P&M event. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to carry down memory lane a little bit here. I could recall being a young boy, sitting on the neck of my godfather, seeing a massive sea of citizens, looking on and looking out to see my uncle, who was a fireman. He wasn't a P&M fireman, he wasn't a UNC fireman, he was a fireman. Right? And he also played our national instrument, the steel pan. And he used to be marching in the streets while playing alongside his comrades. These are the memories that the previous leaders created that stimulated the love that I have for my country. It is the same memories that I now have created with my children. That is love for country. It's the same memories that you all have to create as well. So tonight, I say to you, sir, it is not a P&M event. It is called patriotism. It is patriotism. They have called for a day of prayer and reflection on our Independence Day, but remind them, Laventille East mover, like we were listening to when I was walking up on the stage, when you call on the name of the Father, make sure you're serious. It can be dangerous. It is no joke thing. It's no joke. So do you represent the people when you cut CEPEP and URP and reforestation, leaving breadwinners hungry? I want to take a moment to send condolences to Mr. Richard Cooper's family. For those that don't know, he's a father of 3 from San Fernando who unfortunately took his own life after feeling the pressures of being sent home from his reforestation job. We had another one of these morons in the cabinet referring to the vulnerably affected, much like Mr. Cooper, as collateral damage. Today I say to you, you are an idiot. And someone's life, it might be collateral damage to you, but to his wife and to his children, he was a breadwinner and he was also the hero. Be meticulous with your words when you are leading or when you are in leadership. You have to be careful. Do you represent the people when you illegally fire the central bank governor without cause? And now the state faces lawsuits. And guess who is footing the bill, people? It is us. The taxpayers are now footing that bill. And hold on to your horses, because I can only assume that many more of these cases are to come. We are going to pay immensely as the days, weeks, and months and years go by. Do you represent the people when you play games with the 10 to 14% salary increase promised to the public servants? When the union leaders compromised on state boards, they remain silent. They can't say anything. Do you represent the people when your only crime plan is more guns and stand your ground? But why no consultations in Laventille East Mover? Tell me, are we second-class citizens? Do we not deserve a say in this national conversation? They have 0 plans to tackle crime. The latest offering, people, was our panic button. A panic button. Now, coming from the industry that I come from, we had safety was imperative. And we had an analogy for the word panic. It means you're paranoid and you're never in control. P-A-N-I-C. And right now, they are not in control. Ladies and gentlemen, for the past 120 days, I even witnessed the government laying claims to success in the oil and gas industry based on the successes of our both past prime ministers, one of which was our past Minister of Energy. They're laying claims to the work of Dr. Keith Rowley and Stuart Richard Young SC. All the deals that were skillfully negotiated and are on the table that we now going to reap from, they're laying claims to that. Brothers and sisters, fellow citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Don't worry. Don't worry. They may attempt to drag down Trinidad and Tobago, but they cannot and they will not drag down Laventille East Mover, because we are resilient, we are strong, and we are creative, proud. We are builders and defenders of this nation. So when I stand here proud to represent you, because together we will rise. Together we will elevate. Together a renewed PNM will transform this path forward. Laventille East Mover, we will not bow. We will not break. We will rise. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM. And we shall prevail. Thank you.
Laventille East Mover, the man that you should be so proud of, the Honorable Christian Birchwood.